Welcome to Extreme Distribution's second webinar on how to install a Capella Systems Cambria FTC farm. In this particular case, I will install a FTC farm node. This also could be used as a standalone transcoding system. In our first webinar, we've already installed the farm manager with the management application that is shown here. Now, in the second one, we will install a farm node. I've prepared a second virtual machine that I can share. So far, I've did some preparation by downloading the installer. Here we do see two different folders. The one that is highlighted at that moment is the Cambria FTC standalone installer or installer for a farm node. This is the one that we will use this time. The other folder shows the installer of the Cambria FTC farm cluster. That is the one that we've used in the first webinar. So now, if you want to install just a farm node or a standalone transcoder, I've started the setup exe from the file convert folder. At this machine, the .NET framework and some C++ redistributables have been already installed. Some others are missing. Furthermore, we need a database again for this local machine and the Cambria FTC software itself. So I will start the installer, and as first, some of the C++ redistributables will be installed. The x64 version and furthermore also the x86 version. While the transcoding software itself is a 64-bit application, it also makes use of older 32-bit codecs, and for that reason the x86 C++ redistributables are needed as well. What we've seen a bit earlier was the installation of the 2010 version. 2008 was already installed. Now it's installing 2013, and I've been too slow. Now 2015. All the installers are included in the download package. You don't need to look after that. You don't need to worry about where you get the right version of it. That's all built in the installer. As next, the local database is being installed. In case of Cambria, it's a Postgres database. Installation runs quite fast. Funnily, in our particular case, one of the C++ installer runs after the database. That's a bit unusual. So, and now the installation of the database starts. All software is installed in the program files folder. x86 is where we will find later on the Capella software. The Postgres database is something that we usually find in the 64-bit applications folder. Let's wait a bit for the installer to finish. While we are waiting here, as you can see, I'm installing on a Windows Server 2008. Windows 2012 is fully supported as well as Windows 7, Windows 8, 8.1, Windows 10. So every Windows operating system that you have available is just fine. I'm sorry, that takes a bit, and not that much for me to tell you that moment. So that was the installation of the databases. Next, we are installing the transcoding software itself. So it starts with accepting the license agreement. You always press just next. You enter your personal information. This dialog allows you to have the installer opening the firewalls as needed. We could perform a complete installation. Let's go to the customer. We'll see that there's not that much that you can enable or disable. It's simply the program that you select, and then it goes on with next and install. The installation of the transcoding software itself happens quite fast. It was copying some files. Now it's updating the registry. It's again copying some files. And here in the program files x86 folder, we should have received a Capella folder. Here it is. As we are installing a Capella Cambria FTC, so a standalone, it's called Cambria, and here we do find the software that is being copied just now. That moment, the shortcuts have been placed on the desktop. It's now performing some cleanup and we are finished. So installer is finishing and we are getting information about the successful installation. Now, typically you would expect you can start the software right away, what you certainly can, but keep in mind, so far we have not yet installed any license file. And for that reason, most likely we'll get information about this situation. Just now, a license file or a dongle is required. As I'm running the software on a virtual machine, I will use a license file. Attaching a dongle is fine as well. So software closes again. In preparation, I've asked for a license, and here I've received it in this zip folder, but you need to know how you are getting a license. And this requires to name the MAC address to us. The easiest way to find out the MAC address of your computer is simply to open a command prompt and here type in get MAC. This will show you the MAC address of your network adapter. With this MAC address, please contact us via email at sales@x-dream-distribution.com, and we'll send you back a trial license within some hours. So far so good. I've already have my license file. It's called Capella software license.lic. And all I need to do is to copy it from this zip folder into the Capella installation folder. So to be correct, the program folder of the product that I've just installed. In this case, it's Capella FTC. So next, try to start the software. And here you go. Opens immediately. The other piece of software is the queue manager. Cambria FTC manager runs the queue of the service that is installed in the background. This was a webinar on how to install Cambria FTC. Thank you so much for attending, and see you soon on our website.